Hey guys, I got a new vehicle for y'all. This is my 1995 F-150 Eddie Bauer. I've been missing having a truck for a while. I always find myself in situations where it would be great to have one, but I don't. Well, since I sold the Cherokee, I've been looking and I found this one. And it may not look like much of anything at all, but mechanically it's actually pretty decent. Runs, drives, stops great. Engine runs fantastic. Transmission works great. No scary noises or loose steering. I bought this truck off of a scrapyard owner, and I think he got it off of a gentleman from Kansas that eventually moved to New Jersey, because it came with all the original owner's manual booklet and everything in it, and a whole boatload of receipts from work that was done on it dating back to, I think the oldest one is 2011, and up to 2021 it was in Kansas. It's all under the same guy's name, and the same guy's name was on the title. But up until 2021, it was in Kansas. And after that, the receipts start to become from New Jersey. So this was a Kansas truck up until about 4 years ago. I don't know the story on all the mismatched panels. The cab, the hood, and the grill, and the little, what's called the rock guard, are all factory to the truck. I think the bumpers are factory too. You can see the original color was the metallic green with tan on the bottom, and then both doors are this deluxe two-tone tan with kind of a brown. The fenders are both like aftermarket replacement fenders that never got painted, so they're both faded and surface rusted. Now, I know what you're saying, Luke, this thing looks like total garbage, and I'm aware. Come springtime, it's getting a paint job. In terms of rust, the frame is definitely on the crusty side. You can see floors and rockers are mint. The cab corners are blown out, but floors and rockers are mint. The drip rails are mint. Bed has rot around the wheel arches, and that fuel door is bad, but otherwise no rot on the bed. Just some surface crustiness on like the crossbars. Core support's rotten, needs a core support. But essentially, I got, and more information on it, it's a 95 Eddie Bauer, single cab long bed, obviously, with the very desirable 351 Windsor roller motor with the E4OD overdrive transmission, four-wheel drive on the floor, auto locking hubs. It's got the bucket seats with the buddy seat in the middle, fixed rear window, which is nice. It has a really nice bed liner in it. I don't know if that was original to the truck. Well, no, obviously not, because the bed's not original to the truck. It's white, obviously. I just noticed the inside of the bed's white too, so it's definitely not just been repainted. But unfortunately, it doesn't have the brushed aluminum panel on the tailgate, but it does have the nice, cool, not nice, but cool aluminum wheels on it. And rear sway bar. I guess it's got the off-road package or something, because it's got the fuel tank skid plate and all that. And dual shocks in the front, obviously front sway bar. Has the desirable Eddie Bauer XLT Lariat, whatever, bumper. The worst of the rot on the body is right here on the passenger side. The dog legs rotted out. But I mean, you can see the interior is actually in pretty decent shape. Just one crack on the soft dash panel. Just a little scungy looking, but not terrible. Which is interesting that the door panels are Eddie Bauer door panels when they're not the original doors. So that's nice that I just realized that. But yeah, it's got a nice headliner in it. It had the leather wrap steering wheel, but the leather wrap was worn through at the top and I didn't like the feeling of it, so I ripped it off. It has all the stuff for the AC. Obviously, I don't know if it works. I'm not going to test it because it's the winter. The brakes work phenomenal, which is something that I was concerned about because my Bronco that I used to have, the brakes were terrible. Looks like it has a new booster and maybe a new master cylinder on it. But yeah, I took it today with my brother to go to the Aspen Pink to off-road it. The hubs don't work, unfortunately, so I'm going to be replacing those with the manual locking style hubs because I hate these Ford auto hubs that you have to, put them in four-wheel drive and then back up 15 feet to get them to lock, and then when you want to go back out of four-wheel drive, you have to back up another 15 feet. I think it's arguably just as hard as having to get out and do it yourself. The rear tank is rotted out, so I only use the front tank. But I mean, and it needs exhaust. I'm going to be putting a muffler on it. But you can see the tailpipe's mostly gone. But I picked this thing up for $1,500, which is, in my opinion, for the shape this is in, a steal. He had it listed on Marketplace for about a month, and I think most people probably steered away from it because, it looks like a scrapyard truck. I mean, it is a scrapyard truck, but it looks like, it barely runs on 3 cylinders and doesn't drive more than 20 miles an hour and can't stop. But essentially, I like it. It's got good bones, really healthy drivetrain, perfect candidate for, slap some new parts on it, give it a paint job, and just kind of daily it. And considering it looks like this right now, it's a perfect winter beater. It's just perfect beater in general. The other favorite part, I'm kind of rambling here, factory cassette deck that works. Heat works fantastic. So I think I got a screaming deal on this thing. But yeah, basic plans for this are just going to be tinker on it every once in a while. I'll just keep it running and driving. Come springtime, it's going to get a fresh coat of paint. I'm going to paint it to look like my Bronco did, where the body's black and then it has the tan strip on the bottom. Originally I wanted a brick nose F-150 or 250 because obviously if you don't know, go back in my YouTube videos. It's one of the first few batches of YouTube videos that I made. It was my second car, was a 90 Bronco Eddie Bauer, and classic Bronco fashion, I dumped a ton of money into it and sold it for almost nothing because it was so rotten that it wasn't worth anything more, even if it had a brand new engine in it. But ever since I got rid of that thing, I've been like, I have this little itch in the back of my head, like, man, I really want another one of those trucks. Just any brick nose or OBS or anything like that. I think I can say, compared to the OBS Chevys, I prefer the OBS Fords. Just because, I think the interiors are a little bit better in the Fords. I think they're a little bit nicer looking trucks. You know, you can drop your hate comments in the comment section, but having owned an OBS Chevy slash GMC Suburban, and now this is my second OBS brick nose or whatever Ford, I enjoy these far more than I enjoy the Chevys. The other nice thing is it has 182,000 miles on it, so in my opinion that's barely broken in for one of these. My brother had a 97 that was all the way up to, I think, 290 something thousand miles before he finally sold it, but that thing ran perfect too. So yeah, I'm very happy with this thing. This is definitely going to be something that I'm keeping for a while. You know, I say that for every car that I get, and I end up ditching it 2 months later, but I definitely think that I'm going to be keeping this thing for a while. It's a nice little truck. It's got good bones. It's a 4-wheel drive, so I could, you know, do whatever I want with it, and I could still tow a good amount with it. These things could tow 7,000 pounds. I have a bunch of parts ordered for it already. Stuff like light housings, headlight housings. I have a new lock set coming for it because obviously the door locks aren't correct, so I can't lock the doors, and the ignition switch is kind of messed up. So, and I have window regulators coming for it. But you know, I was very impressed. I'm very impressed with this thing, considering I paid the same amount for this as I paid for my Bronco about 5 years ago, and that really says something. I mean, also, you know, the Broncos are just inherently more expensive, but this is mechanically far, far, far better than that Bronco ever could have been. And I know the guy that has my Bronco, or I know where he is. I go up and drive past it every once in a while, but definitely don't want that thing back ever. Keeping this thing. As you can see, I'm already hauling some junk around with it. I picked up this go-kart from my buddy. I might be making videos on this, maybe not, I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be it for this one, guys. I will keep you updated as I do more stuff on it, but overall, very impressed with this thing, and I look forward to many, many miles. So I'll see you guys in the next one.